Okay, a friend of mine asked me to sharpen this knife, and I'm going to start sharpening it with the diamond plate, the 220 grit. But before I sharpen it, let's take a look at the edge of the blade, see what it looks like under the microscope. This is the knife before I sharpened it, and you can see there's a few gouges in there, so we'll get rid of that by sharpening it. Alright, now I can feel a burr all along the edge. So now I'm ready to switch sides. Okay, now I feel a burr all along the opposite side this time. So now let's go see what it looks like under the microscope. This is after I sharpened it with a 220 grit diamond stone. As you can see, the blade still looks pretty rough. Okay, now let's sharpen it with a 240 grit Japanese whetstone. Put some water on here. Okay, I can feel the burr now. It's very important that you can feel the burr. That tells me that I sharpened right to the edge. Now I can switch sides. And this is after the 240 grit whetstone. As you can see, it did a much better job than the 220 grit diamond stone. Now I'm sharpening with the 320 grit diamond stone. This is after the 320 grit diamond stone. Now the blade's starting to look much better. Now I'm sharpening it with the 1000 grit whetstone. And this is the 1000 grit whetstone. Now the knife is starting to get pretty sharp. Now I'm sharpening it with the 1200 grit diamond stone. And this is after the 1200 grit diamond stone. It's very comparable to the 1000 grit whetstone. Now I'm sharpening it with the 8000 grit whetstone. And this is the result after the 8000 grit whetstone. That's a beautiful stone. It does, as you can see, it does a beautiful job. And this is what I don't like about diamond stone, is that the finest grit I can get in the diamond stone is 1200 grit. Okay, I first started out with the 220 grit diamond stone. Then I went to the 240 grit whetstone. Then I used the 320 grit diamond stone. Then the 1000 grit whetstone. Then the 1200 grit diamond stone. Then the 8000 grit whetstone. And now I'm stropping it with the chromium oxide compound. And you might be wondering, why did I use so many abrasives? Why didn't I just put aside the diamond stone? I could have just used started out with a 240 grit whetstone, then 1000 grit whetstone, then the 8000 grit whetstone, and in normal circumstances that's what I would have done. But the reason that I use the diamond stone is I wanted you to see what the diamond stone, what kind of scratch pattern does it do under the microscope? What kind of scratch pattern does the whetstone do under the microscope? So that way you guys can see the difference. And this is the result after I stropped it. If you would look at the edge of the blade with the naked eye, it would look like a mirror polish. As you can see, it just did a beautiful job. Now the knife is razor sharp. Thanks for watching.